So for the next limb, this is the sixth limb that comes after Pratyahara. This one is called dharana, Dharana. And dharana just takes that one-pointed focus, or takes that withdrawal of the senses into a little bit more attention to one-pointed focus. It's lots of times used with some kind of object, like you have, I have some mala beads here. You can use these to keep your attention on the texture of moving through the mala beads as you take each breath. A lot of people use a candle. It's called Tritakam, which is just one pointed focus on something like a flame. We're going to focus today on our breath. Okay, so I know that's I use that a lot of teachers use it a lot. It's just handy because it's with you every moment of your life, and it's something we can access. And the more we learn to access our breath like this and focus on our breath, we can use it in so many situations. Whenever you feel stressed, whenever you feel you just need either a little bit more energy or a little bit more relaxation, you can use this one tool to just help you focus on one thing for just a short period of time or for a long period of time. But when you focus on one thing for a period of time, your brain has time to kind of detox. It has time to sort of declutter. As Annie Lamont says, everybody does better if they turn something off for a moment, or everything does better if they turn something off for a moment, like your phone. Obviously, you turn it off, it has time to reset. And that's kind of what this does, is focus on one thing allows you to reset. So again, this is going to be a pretty simple trip into this, but I think the simple is usually the most powerful. So let's go. Again, come into a comfortable seat, a place. You could even, if you're outside as well, you can, lay on the grass or just whatever feels comfortable. The point isn't the position. The point is to feel that balance of being safe and supported, but at the same time, relax. So you can relax into that foundation of support. You can close your eyes, or if you prefer, you can look down to the tip of your nose, or maybe find a spot there in your, wherever you are, a spot that you can keep your gaze on. It's called a drishti. And then noticing your breath, noticing it as it moves through the nostrils, expanding the chest, expanding the belly, and then exhaling, leaving the body, taking with it the waste products of the metabolic action that just goes into being alive. The inhale draws in energy. I'm sitting outside, so I'm feeling like I'm drawing in all the green oxygen from around me. And the exhale, I'm releasing carbon dioxide for those green things. So feeling the breath with as many senses as possible. Like in Pratyahara, you might find yourself distracted every now and then by other sounds, or maybe even other thoughts. When you notice this, that's actually the magical moment, so to speak. This is actually that aha moment, because that means you noticed. So simply bring your attention back to your breath. To make this a little bit easier for you now, I'm going to ask you to imagine on your body that you have a 1 where your nostrils are, a 2 where your chest is, and a 3 where your belly is. And let's just take the next few cycles of breath moving like this. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. So we'll add to just a general attention to the breath those physical places associated with those numbers. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, letting the belly expand. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. And just keep going with that until I tell you to stop, which is just going to be 15 seconds. And just notice when you drift away from that counting and start thinking about something else. That's very common. That's what's called monkey mind. So let's just see if we can stay with this for 15 seconds, but be kind and compassionate when we drift off. All right, so I'm starting the clock now. Start your counting. All right, you can stop the counting now and just be aware of the breath, not counting it anymore, but just being aware of your body expanding. Maybe some of that action of the counting will stay with you, and you'll feel that you're still moving in that way as you inhale and exhale. And that can stay with you. But take a moment to look at the content of your mind, the thoughts that are crossing it. And hopefully there are a few less than there were before. And that's the point of one-pointed focus, dharana, allowing your brain to settle down a little bit. This can be done with just 1 minute. We did it for just a little bit longer than that as far as me not talking. But if you have time, you can also do this in a longer period of time. Like I said, you can use something like the mala beads, counting through each one like that. Or sometimes I like to count starting with my belly and just count backwards from 27. And then go to my chest, backwards from 27. And from my throat, backwards to 27. And then my nostrils, backwards from 27. Each of those counts, you don't necessarily try to get to one, you just try to stay focused. So again, the practice is the practice. The practice is not achieving a goal. As Alan Watts says, we don't dance to get to the end of the dance. We don't play music to get to the end of the music. We don't meditate to get to the end. We do it, the process, to help our mind clear so that we can more clearly see our true nature. Oh, by the way, one last thing, mala beads, if you notice I did 27, if you take 4 times 27, which were those spots, that comes up to 108. And there's 108 beads on a mala. The other thing is, I'm going to show you one more way to do that same kind of counting. On your hand, you can go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So up and over and down, across and back in. And that also, that's 12. So that's another way to start working towards that 108 if you want. Again, just focusing on the counting, focusing on the tactile experience of doing that counting. Dharana, one-pointed focus.